Imagine getting paid just for sharing your thoughts on products and services you use every day. With Survey Junkie, it's that simple. Click on the link in the video description to discover how you can start earning today by taking surveys.
Welcome to the Snark Tank, where we dive into all the latest Survivor drama and spill the tea on the most epic season finale yet. Get ready to rock with our recap of the Survivor season finale. You won't want to miss this. While I absolutely adore everyone in the final three, I think something Jeff said to Maria is making this game's final stages frustrating for me. He said that the hard thing about being too good is that it makes you a target. What ends up happening is there are three mediocre players at the end because all the C students keep getting together to assassinate the honor roll. What we're left with is a somewhat unsatisfying conclusion to a very bonkers season. That said, it does feel good to see that a nice person finally finished first despite conventional wisdom. As the episode starts, it's just after Maria gets her hand caught in the cookie jar being trying to vote out her key ally / America's biggest Taylor Swift fan. She tries to tell Charlie that everyone was telling her all day they would vote for him, but she got bamboozled by Kenzie, Liz, and Ben. Charlie, of course, knows this is bullshit because he's been working with them just as closely as Maria, which shows that his close no-door theory of gameplay was a huge asset. Going into the challenge, Maria is the one to beat, and she's also competing to be the first female contestant to win 4 individual immunities, a record that this 47-year-old mom very rightly deserved. The challenge is a bunch of obstacles followed by a puzzle, but in a twist the puzzle isn't the end. It tells the players a series of clues so they can figure out the combination, and once they figure that out, they win. Kenzie has to be reminded of this when she finishes her puzzle and throws her hands in the air like she has just landed a touchdown. Kenzie and Maria are both working on the puzzle, and Kenzie is pulling ahead. We then see Liz do something that is practically unheard of in a Survivor finale. As Kenzie is trying to figure out the combo, Liz reads her puzzle and figures out that Kenzie needs to count the holes in a plank from a much earlier obstacle. Liz voluntarily goes back, gets the plank, counts the holes incorrectly at first, I might add, and essentially helps Kenzie just edge out Maria. Kenzie always wins the reward, and when Jeff asks who she wants to take, she says, "I'm torn between Liz and Ben." She's torn. Who does she think she is? Natalie Imbruglia. She doesn't get to be torn. Liz literally won the challenge for her. Luckily for her, Liz tells Kenzie she's allergic to pasta, so she should take Ben instead. It's clear that since Maria didn't win, she's going home, and no matter how many times they tell her it should be a compliment that it took 2 of them to beat her, she still doesn't really believe it. Maria is going around camp telling everyone that Ben is a huge threat, that it seems like he hasn't been playing the game because he's been playing this super stealthy game, and he'll annihilate them all in the finale. The reason it seems like Ben wasn't playing a game is because he wasn't. This guy wrote down his best friend's name because he was drunk on pizza, and Maria thought she was going to convince people he was a secret mastermind. Please. I feel like if she had done this to Kenzie and Ben about Liz, she might have had a better chance, but she was really doomed. The subsequent tribal council is more like a funeral because everyone knows that Maria's game is deader than the people that little kids saw in The Sixth Sense. Spoiler alert, the final challenge is excellent. It should be called Death Plinko. The players have to throw a ball up a pinball-esque rig, and while the ball is rolling down, they can solve a puzzle, but they have to throw the ball back again before it hits the bottom, or they get a penalty while their ball rolls down a very slow trap. They do a similar challenge every season on Big Brother, except the puzzle usually falls apart if you don't hit a button in time. Anyway, this is a great final challenge because it tests all sorts of great skills that aren't strength or endurance, which I think are assets that are wildly over-indexed in this game anyway. Because it's something that is hard for everyone, then anyone can win. Still, it's a little shocking to everyone, including Ben, that he's the one who takes the necklace. But as soon as he gets back to camp, he starts agonizing a beau,